have arrived at the disconnect's already in the off position. Missing a belt. That doesn't exactly look right. Shit unplugged. And some more shit unplugged. That looks like a new motor, new pulley. Oh. Well, there was no need to change that. Maybe, ooh. Got a little pretty one. To DDC harness. DDC. It says pin 1 is on this side. So, anything else looks like it was been unplugged that we can see where maybe it came unplugged from. There's 2 more. Looks like you just jump her over off that contactor over to this contactor. This is fun. Alright, so I got those 2 plugged up. Is there anything else? Yeah. Alright, so what's this one go to? Pretty sure it's going to go to a crankcase heater, so... Alright, so by looking at how this one's wired, I'm going to go ahead and assume this one was wired the same way. I guess hit the disconnect and stand back.
This is bad news written all over.
Yeah. You go turn it on.
Okay.
I don't want to turn it on. If it blows up, it's your fault. Okie dokie. This wheel should have probably been going that way, but this was going that way. So this motor is capable of doing 230 volts or 460 volts. Something didn't sound right, plus she was going the wrong direction. See, the amp's right below it. If it's running on 230, it should be pulling 9 amps under load. Everything is 208 or 230 volt. No 460. Let's see what we're actually pulling here. Or 21 amps. Okay. I think something might be majorly wired wrong. We'll have to take it apart and see. Alright, so we're going to have to take these nuts off here. One there, one in the back. And there's one there. And should have been another one, but there's not. While he's going to get the wrenches, we'll take these apart. They were reverse rotation anyway. Black and blue. Yellow, yellow. And blue and black. Okay, well, I guess if we go back collar to collar, we'll be in the right rotation. So with power to that motor undone now, I'll check these compressors real quick. Discharge getting hot. Suction is, okay, now suction's starting to get cold, so that's getting hot. And that one was getting cool. So if we can get the blower motor running, this one probably good to go. Oh look, there's some belts. That one even looks like a somewhat new belt. It actually fits. Hey, we got a belt. If we can just get this power right. There's a kind of a gently used keyway. Well, I've always heard engineers and mechanics call these the peckerhead. So those are pretty straightforward. You just put one on each one, and then these are the ones we're going to look closely at. Again, we got the 230 or the 460. So you got a low voltage wiring, and then you got a high voltage wiring. So 230 volts is not really low voltage, but of the 2 voltage, it is the lower voltage. So we need brown on 4, orange on 5, black on 6. So what do we have? We have brown on 4. Orange is on 5. Black is on number 6. Alright, so now purple though should be on number 1 with L1. A D and E and an F on the top wires. Well, there's D, E, and F. These are not wired up for either diagram right now. Those are right. 4, 5, and 6 are right. D, E, and F is just left landed there. Purple to number 1. We're going to take purple. Just going to go ahead and take all 3 of these off. It probably came wired for high voltage, and somebody looked at the side and decided, hey, let's move these where those say, but then they didn't know what to do with these. So we'll put purple on number 1. The gray is next. And then pink here to number 3. And there we go, got our wires ran through the little chase. Alright, so I said we're going to hook these right up. color to color because it was spinning the wrong direction when they had the black and the blue reversed. Let's see if things sound a little better, behave a little better this way. 3.5. That sounds way better. 3.5. We should have been at 9, but we have no load whatsoever. I'm gonna say that's gonna be the ticket. Now we gotta hold this bastard. Oh, back up here in place. Oh, good. Push that back forward. I'll leave you with my lovely assistant to finish up. Look at him go. I just randomly laid my hand up here, and what is that? Oh, nice. Alright, we got her all mounted back up here, but upon closer inspection here, that is way back in there. I don't like that. This should be turned around the other way. So we'll hold that key on there. Beautiful. So now before you do anything, let's find our belt. Put this thing on here and see what it looks like. We want to get her as straight as possible there. That actually looks pretty good right there. I kind of like that, which is much more on the shaft than it was. Find our keyway, tighten it down. That looks more like it should be. We're going to make sure our amp draw is good. We're just going to hold the panel in place after we make sure it's going the right direction. That should be spinning counterclockwise. So going the right direction now. Pulling 4 amps. I don't believe that's the right pulley on that motor, to be quite honest. I feel like there should have been an adjustable sheave on that blower. And there's a fan motor going. We got 2 compressors moving. Let's see. Pretty damn hot. Bet these coils are going to need some cleaning. So this was a fuse block, and they decided just to bypass the fuse block because that kept blowing the fuses. I can't imagine why. 20 some amps, rated for 9 amps. And then this is a VFD, which is variable frequency drive. And what a variable frequency drive does is it takes the input voltage and it adjusts the hertz. If you look on our data plates, you'll see our hertz, HZ. In the US, it's 60. In Europe, it's supposedly 50. You guys in Europe will have to confirm that. Never been there. So what the VFD does is it takes that 60 hertz, and if it drops it to 40 hertz, that's 2/3 of the 60 hertz. So that motor will run about 2/3 of its normal speed. They can operate at any range. They can swing from 30 hertz up. They probably go way lower. I don't imagine why they'd want to go lower. Supposedly it saves on the life of the motor, and supposedly it saves on the power bill. A lot of times there'll be a smaller controller nearby that the low voltage hooks into. That way when it senses the call for Y, which is cooling, it's going to run at this hertz for this speed. If it gets a second stage cooling call, it'll run a faster speed. Heat call, faster speed. And if it's fan only, then it's going to run at the lowest hertz setting that it's programmed for. I'm going to go ahead and fill this trap up with this one. That way, when it's ready to make water, it's not sloshing it all back inside. There you go. All right, good luck, little fella.